Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee and we got the Big Daddy skillet out. We're gonna make some beef burritos because again, we're stuck in the freezer and we go through these. Everybody loves these. It's a wonder they don't come running when they smell them cooking. Anyway, I've got a lot of burger here, okay? I'm not gonna turn my burner on yet. I'm just gonna open these up and get them in here. And then I'll turn it on. Oh, you want that? Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Come on. There we go. Sometimes these are a booger to open. Perfect. There we go. All right, we've got 4 pounds of burger here. So we are gonna do a quadruple batch. We're gonna do a lot. Let me wash my hands. These things are wonderful. I've made these before. Now we gotta fix this. Okay. I've made these before and we love them. So do my friends, so do my neighbors.
I love them.
Oh yeah, Sarah loves them too. So we're gonna cook the burger up. And with this burger, it's the only thing I don't like about this thing is that everything sticks to it. I think I'm gonna get rid of that. We're gonna do onions in here with our burger. And I'm also gonna do, here it is. I'm gonna dump the rest of that in there. I'm gonna do another tablespoon of, I think it calls for, yeah. It calls for 1 tablespoon, but remember, I'm doubling this, so I need a little extra. Okay? Perfect. Let me get rid of that. All right. Now, we're just going to let this burger cook down, okay? And of course, we're going to season it. We're going to season it with a nice amount of pepper. Oh, I got to scrape that out of there. A good teaspoon of salt. We're going to do 2 tablespoons, no, that's cumin. Let's see. I need about 4 teaspoons of this chili powder in here. I could have just done, oh no, that's a tablespoon. Okay. 4, there we go. Now our cumin, it's going to take 2 tablespoons. This is a half tablespoon. I love cumin. It's got such a smoky, earthy aroma. I love this stuff. Okay, and then our Italian seasoning. We're going to use about a tablespoon of that in this. I'll put the recipe for this in the description box, friends. But you can't go by what I'm doing because I'm quadrupling mine. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cook this all up. So this is going to take us just a little bit. We're going to break this up, cook it up, get it all mixed together, get it happy. And then we'll put the rest of our goodies in here and we can put our burritos together. And then we're going to do breakfast burritos. And oh, friends, I have got my local butcher's homemade breakfast sausage. So there won't be much seasoning in that at all. But that's wonderful. So we're going to just let this cook up. And I will see you guys back here when this is ready for our next step. Isn't that looking wonderful? Can you smell that?
I can. Cumin is, to me, is total cold weather comfort food.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. I'm going to just let that go. Perfect. Okay, friends, this burger is pretty much cooked through. It's gorgeous. We tasted it. It smells wonderful. Okay, so we're going to stick our tomato paste in here. We're not wasting any of it. All right, perfect. And we've also got refried beans we're putting in here.
Yum.
Oh, these are wonderful. There's going to be a lot of burritos coming out of here, but remember, we're doing a megaton of them. So they'll be good. We'll have burritos in the freezer for a few months.
I love refried beans.
So do I. I could just eat refried beans with some chips.
I do that all the time. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a good thing I got the big skillet. And if anybody is wondering about this huge skillet, it is a 17-inch cast iron skillet. And I call it my Big Daddy skillet. It's wonderful. All right, now we're going to need about a good quarter cup, maybe even a little bit more, of lemon juice.
You have the biggest cast irons and bowls I've ever seen. They're great.
We're going to mix this up. I need a different spoon. I'm going to use this one. It's okay. This one will work nice. To get this all mixed up. We're also going to put our... Did you measure the water? Oh, thank
You did
goodness.
a quadruple, yeah.
Okay, thank goodness. We're going to put our water in here because this is going to simmer too, so that water, it'll reduce down, but this just marries all the flavors together. This is going to be wonderful. We'll get this all mixed up. There we go. Oh,
We're going to eat a good lunch today.
We're going to have this. Sarah's excited. We're having one of these for lunch today. I said, heck, why not? We get to taste test them. These are wonderful, though.
It's a perk of a job, that's
You
for
follow
sure.
this recipe, and they'll be wonderful. This is really a good recipe. Isn't that nice? Okay, now I'm just going to finish mixing that up a little bit. I want everything mixed in real good.
It smells really good.
Okay, you willing to taste test it?
Yes.
Make sure we, go ahead. Make sure we got everything. It doesn't need anything.
It's really good. The refried beans and then that little hint of tomato. It's really, really good.
Okay, we're going to turn this down because we're just going to let this simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes. And I'm still going to mix it up a little because I want all those refried beans and everything mixed in, and it doesn't need anything.
No.
No salt, no nothing. Okay. Beautiful. Look at that. That's gorgeous. All right, friends. We'll be back when we can finish putting these together, and we'll start wrapping them. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay. We're just going to let that simmer. Okay, friends. It's all done, and we already put it in our pan because Mr. had to hold it up. It's just too big for us to handle. But we got that in there. We got our yellow rice in there. And now we're going to dump our cheese in there. Now you can use, this one might not work in here. No, I need a smaller one. You can use shredded cheese if you so choose. But I like the jarred cheese. The salsa con queso. I like this cheese in here. I use this for all my burritos, even my breakfast burritos. I love this stuff. Okay, and I think that's probably all we're going to need is just, we're going to start with these two because that's a lot of cheese. We'll just leave that sitting right there. All right, we're just going to mix this all up. This is beautiful. Look at that. Can you see that? And that's our homemade yellow cheese we made, or yellow rice that we made the other day. Perfect. That is so good. Look at that. Doesn't that look wonderful?
Looks good. Smells good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's perfect. See that? All right. Now this is what we're going to do. We're going to start wrapping our burritos. Okay, we're going to slide this over here. And Miss Sarah's going to help. So, what we're going to do is we got to open one of these. Pull these out. We're going to use at least all of those.
Okay.
What I like to do is there's one for you. Okay. I just like to take and put a couple of these, oh, maybe not quite two, maybe 1.5 on there. Perfect. There we go. And when I wrap these, you can wrap them one of two ways. You can wrap them this way and then wrap them, but they're fairly small that way. I like to wrap them. Let me show you. I like to wrap them like this. And then you fold the edges over. And I think you just get a better sized burrito than that. See just the difference? So that's how I like to wrap them. So anyway, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to get a spoon because I could probably use a spoon with this too. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get these wrapped up, friends. And then we will see you back here in a little bit. Okay, friends. We got a boatload of burritos from our beef burritos. We did 42 burritos. So you'll see those when our video is all done. But now we're going to do our breakfast burritos. And these are wonderful. You can make your breakfast burritos any way you want. But what we're going to do this time is we got a little bit of our rice left over. We're going to just throw that in our breakfast burritos. We're going to do eggs and sausage and some black beans, and we always throw in a few potato rounds. So, like tater tots, so that we can have potatoes in there. So that's what we're going to do. So right now, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to, Sarah's going to help me. Look at her big double yolk duck egg. Show that to him.
This is from Claire.
Her duck.
Poor
Look how
duck.
big that thing is. That's a double yolk
She's a
duck
double
egg.
yolker.
Oh my goodness. We're going to use that too. But we're going to do about 2 dozen eggs. And we're going to get these all cracked. Can I crack this one?
Yeah.
Watch this, friends. That's a double yolker. That's a beauty.
That's a big egg.
Yeah. So we will see you back here because we're going to get these cracked. We're going to get them mixed up and we're going to scramble these first before we cook our sausage because we're doing everything in the same pan. We'll just crack them all.
Okay.
I don't know quite how many is in here, but we're going to crack them all. We lost count. That's what happens when we talk. That's what happens when I talk. I lose count.
I'm horrible.
So we're just cracking all these because I usually can only fit about 2 to 2.5 dozen eggs in my little container. Beautiful. We're going to put some parsley in here. Chives would be good in here.
Yeah, chives would be good. Want me to grab some?
No, that's okay. I already got parsley in it. Do you know where my salt is in the pantry?
I can look.
It's along the left. It's one of those big jars. Right here as you walk through the door.
Oh, right here?
Yep, right in there. There should be a big jar somewhere.
Right here?
Nope, that's milk.
No.
Right there.
Oh, this is, I would totally thought that was sugar.
No, that's salt.
Because of your sugar container.
Oh, yeah, it looks just like it. You gotta smack it. Here, this is what I do. I just give it a good whack on there.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. There, thank you. We're going to put a little more salt in there. And we're going to do some pepper. Okay, I'll meet you at the stove, friends, because I'm going to mix this up and we're going to get it cooking. That's good. Okay, friends. We're going to get our burner turned on here and get this burner heated up. It looks like a lot, but you know what? It's a big pan, and I got a lot of eggs. Okay, we're just going to let that heat up, and then we're going to cook our eggs. Okay, friends. We are ready to cook these eggs. Now, I'm going to cook these fairly slow because I don't want them all sticking to the bottom of my pan and making a big mess. I got one that didn't get beat up. Scrape your bowl. There we go, I got him. I got him mixed up. All right, we're going to turn this down right away because I'm just going to cook these nice and slow. I don't want them brown or anything like that, just nice and slow. All right, let me get these scrambled up. You can't see them. There you go. Okay, friends, let me get these scrambled up and then we can get cooking our sausage. Okay, friends, our eggs are done. We got our rice and our black beans in there. So now we're going to put our eggs in here. And then we can start cooking our sausage. And look at that. They didn't stick, didn't make a big mess. Perfect. See? Now we're going to cook our sausage, get that in here, and then we can add the cheese and mix it all together and get busy rolling them. Okay, friends. We are going to start cooking our sausage. And I got 4 pounds of it here. It's going to be wonderful. There's the one I'm looking for. Okay, I don't have to add anything to this. I don't have to add any oil to this. No seasonings, because this is seasoned breakfast sausage that my local butcher makes, and it's fabulous. So I don't have to season this whatsoever. But if you're doing your own with just ground pork, you're going to make your own. I don't have any recipes for it, but there's lots of them online. Just Google a good breakfast sausage recipe or seasoning blend. You'll find it on there. I don't have any because I'm spoiled. I buy this already seasoned, already done. You don't got to do anything with it except cook it up. All right, we're just going to let that cook up, and we're going to break that. We're going to crumble it up the best we can for our burritos. And when this is done, friends, we'll meet you back at the island, and we will finish putting our beautiful breakfast burritos together. Okay, friends, I'm the only one here right now, so we have to put this sausage in here. I can't lift this pan. It is like way too heavy. So we're going to put this in here the best we can. And we're going to get this all mixed up, and we're going to wrap these burritos up. These are so wonderful for the freezer, friends. I don't think I'm going to need to cook any more eggs, but if I do, we'll just do that off camera and add to these. I think this is going to be pretty good. And I do believe we got it all. Look at there. Beautiful. See all that in there? That is divine. Perfect. Look at how gorgeous that looks. And there's just that little bit of rice in there. And that's all right. And that's all right because we are going to put potatoes in these too. And I just do a couple of little potato rounds in each burrito. That's gorgeous. All right, here goes our cheese. I'm going to use this entire jar. Beautiful. See that? We'll mix that all up in there. These are going to be wonderful. Perfect amount of cheese in there. Now, again, just like I said the last time, you can do the shredded cheese. I just love this jarred cheese. It's fabulous. All right, here we go. Lots of cheese, lots of yum in here. Okay, let me get my burrito wraps ready and we'll start wrapping this up. Okay, friends. I have no idea how many of these are going to make, but I've got quite a few of these burrito wraps, so I don't think we'll run out. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put 2 little potato rounds on there. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to roll this up. And there is our beautiful burrito. Okay. These are so nice. Beautiful. What a nice breakfast burrito. Look at those. They're gorgeous. That's like a full meal in here, friends. All right, I'm going to get these wrapped up. You already know how I do this. And then when these are done, we will be back and we'll go over how many of these we did. That's a little bit rough there. Okay. How many of these we did? And pretty much how much it cost. These were very cheap for me to do, friends. Very, very cheap, and I'll tell you that in the end. Those potatoes are making this pretty wide, so I'm going to cut some of these up, and I'm just going to put 1 in each one. Because I think these potatoes are a little too much. Come on. Maybe not. There we go. Okay, I'll get a few of these cut up and then I'll get busy back to wrapping. I think that's a lot better, friends. All right, we're leaving those the way they are. We just fixed these ones. So from here on out, we're going to roll them this way. Perfect. Well, okay, friends. We did just tons of these burritos. We packed them in half-gallon bags because you had to know that if I do this many burritos, they aren't all going in my freezer. So I'm going to send some to my daughter. I'm going to send some to my son. Miss Sarah's going to take a few, and Miss Mo's going to get some. And then some will go in my freezer. So there's no way we could do this. But we made 42 beef burritos, and we did 46 breakfast burritos. These are wonderful. And if you got a large family, make them, because I'll tell you what, they're cheap to make. It winds up being, what did we figure? 50 cents a burrito? 50 cents. About 50 cents a burrito. Perfect. Just wonderful. Lovely addition to the freezer. And they'll last for about 3 months, 3 to 4 months in your freezer. They'll never last that long, though. They'll be eaten up in no time because these are wonderful. This is a meal. You can make a wet burrito out of these, a wonderful wet burrito, and have a beautiful meal with them. And that's all you need for breakfast. I'm telling you, you got the wrap, the eggs, the sausage. You got everything you need in there. And some, even the potatoes. So there you have it, friends. You know what? I will put the recipes to both of these in the description box so that you can give this a try and stock your freezer, because your family's going to want these again and again. You all have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with us in the kitchen. We'll see you in the next video, friends. And as always, thanks for watching.